Hello and welcome to the Swift Talk. I'm Kate, the Swiftie.
And he's such a good boy. Kenny G's such a good boy. Not so Swift Sam here. Such a good boy.
We have a special guest, the only returning guest, the only guest we've ever had, our little mascot, Kenny G. Hi, buddy. So, Sammy, while you're not focused and moving your microphone around over there,
What?
dealer's choice today. Do you want to talk Taylor's longest absence from social media? Cardigan shipments, iHeartRadio awards, or Lady Gaga?
Let's go iHeart, Gaga, Cardigan, pause.
Okay. So, Sunday night,
Mm-hmm.
we have the iHeartRadio awards. Taylor's nominated for 9 awards.
Mm-hmm.
She's being recognized for the Eras Tour, Best Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2 years after the Eras Tour
started. Yep.
Yeah, can you believe it was only 2 years ago?
I can.
It feels like I couldn't remember a time without the Eras Tour. What about you, Kenny G? I couldn't remember a time without it. It actually makes me sad. I'll be like scrolling through TikToks and I'll see somebody post and they're like, remember when we had it so good? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Remember when we had it so good? COVID was just kind of dialing down a little bit.
But like, you got to like, oh, what time is it? Oh, it's time. Lady Gaga's Applause is playing. We got to get ready. Get your live streams. Get your popcorn. We get to watch Taylor in Fill in the Amazing City Worldwide. It was just like a magical time.
So what'd she win?
Well, she hasn't. It's this coming Sunday,
Oh,
so we're not there
this
yet.
Sunday, like
No. So she's going to be there. They're going to show footage from the first night in Arizona, night 1, which she sang Mirrorball, which, favorite of mine, and Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw's off.
one of Taylor's albums. The one named after Taylor, the debut album.
Which we don't have a Taylor's version yet. So is she announcing that?
So over under, what do you think's going to happen first? Debut or Reputation? I think it's going to be debut.
I could see that.
Either that or it's going to be like, this is my last album. I'm ending where I started.
Could be that too.
My review.
I don't think she's going to be dropping anything about a re-record. I think we're going to get some sort of Eras Tour thing. Is my
Hey
guess.
guys, I know you want these 2 albums or a new album. Instead, let's give you the best of.
I think we would all be very happy with that. Are you kidding?
A 400-song album. Here you go. Which is just called a playlist. It's all my songs, my collected work.
But she could do them as the surprise songs. We get Taylor live,
But
acoustic,
did she
Eras Tour.
Did she do enough shows to have done? She didn't do wah diddy. Did she do diddy dum enough shows to have done all of her songs as secret songs?
She didn't do all of them. She didn't do Our Song Today, Soon You'll Get Better. She said she will never perform it live. I think there's 5 that didn't get done purposely.
Mm-hmm.
But that just means she gets to pick and choose what she wants to include. I don't think she would be like, and here's my entire discography. I don't want to allow myself to hope that she'd be like, here's my entire discography. Because you know what that would mean for us?
It's a backdoor policy to get Taylor's versions of songs without there being Taylor's versions of all the albums.
Do you know what that would do for us?
What, Kate? What would it mean?
That would put
Kate?
all the songs back in contention.
I don't like that.
It's like she knows what's happening. I know.
Oh my God. Okay.
Taylor's version, Eras Tour, live.
I think when
Acoustic.
was it Switzerland when that particle accelerator went off? I think this is just we're in the universe that Taylor Swift is very. This is the Taylor's version universe. I think that's what that is.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like everyone's like maybe Reputation, maybe debut. I don't think so because we have Haim coming out with new music.
Corey Haim?
No, the Haim sisters, who I love. Their song drops when you listen to this on Wednesday, but it drops Wednesday. I'm so excited. 2:30 Eastern. I think it's a music video. And you got Selena Gomez's album dropping in a couple of weeks. So like I don't see her getting in the middle of their album promotion. She's not gonna take away from their sparkle.
We'll see.
So I think we'll get something Eras Tour, and that could be Era. That could you or like a whole? What if we get like a full documentary concert experience?
Wow,
Guys, we get to go to the movies again.
Oh wow. Oh jeez, wow.
She's not even in that season of White Lotus that you've
She
watched.
should narrate the documentary. Oh, here's Taylor at a Christmas tree farm. Wow. Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
So anyway, speaking of famous people with music coming out that I don't think Taylor would want to steal some sparkle, Lady Gaga dropped a new song.
Mayhem is the newest album.
And it's called How Bad Do You Want Me? And, the Swifties, because we're bored, we're like, wait a minute, this sounds like a Taylor Swift, like, vault song of 1989. Like, I just played it for you guys. And we're like, is that Taylor on background?
Is it?
We don't know. But, so those TikToks have been bouncing around, gaining some traction, and Lady Gaga has reposted those TikToks.
Well, yeah, because it's going to drive up the new single. And
Well, I know, but you can't give a Swiftie, if you give a Swiftie a cookie, if you give a Swiftie a repost, we're going to...
If you give a Swiftie a cookie, they're going to ask which era it is, and they're going to make a friendship bracelet for it out of chocolate chips. And they're going to tell you that they don't shop with Betty Crocker anymore because of that big red machine spoon that's on the front of it.
We're good with Big Red Machine. We're not good with Red Machine. With Big Machine. We're not good with Big Machine. We're good with Red. Red is always good. Big Machine, bad. Red Machine, great.
Okay.
Yeah. We're red people.
Okay. All right. So I mean the album's out.
Yeah. She's not listed anywhere.
Exactly.
But that's not abnormal. Because when she did This Is What You Came For with Calvin and Rihanna, she wasn't on there until they broke up. And then she was like, actually.
When was that album?
That's pre-Reputation.
Pre-Reputation.
Yeah, that's where we
Which means she would still be under the thumb of a big old machine?
Yeah. But so this is also where Bleachella Taylor came from. And this is why we have so many karma theories.
Bleachella?
Yeah.
What is Bleachella? Is it the bleach version of Coachella?
So you know how Taylor usually changes up her look with each era? She changes something.
Go on.
So
I'm going
right
to say no, but go on.
Right after 1989, she chopped her hair even shorter and she bleached it, like bleach blonde. And she was out in little rocker outfits and like at the Met. And this is like right as she was like dumping Calvin.
Harris?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because we met Tom Hiddleston and hypothetically Joe Alwyn.
Interesting. Riveting. So
Well, but she was on that and like we didn't know. And this feels a lot like it. It feels like a Taylor song. I'm telling you. Where there's smoke, there's a Swiftie.
Well, she doesn't know how to gas all of you up. So
We don't know what to do.
stop huffing the fumes, man. They're bad for your brain. It does sound like it sounds kind of like a Taylor Swift song because I don't know, a lot of songs lately are sounding like they're Taylor Swift songs. It has nothing to do with the producer.
No, Jack's not on this.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor's not technically on it. Like, it's fun. We went from getting Taylor Swift content and like, which outfit is she going to wear? Which combination of 1989? What secret songs are we going to get? We went from having that level of engagement to poof. I'm going to go a little out of order because we haven't heard from Taylor. Taylor's been on her longest break since she went into hiding.
Maybe she's got to recharge her batteries.
I'm sure she does. She was just out in Park City with Travis this week.
She was out in Park City, Utah.
Park City, Utah.
So they're becoming Mormons. Interesting.
Or they're skiing.
Interesting. What?
Or they're just,
They were roller skating?
skiing.
Oh, skiing.
I mean, they could be. Travis definitely roller skates.
Now, it's surprising to me that with Taylor being who Taylor is,
Yeah.
that there wasn't a news article that I came across about people like doing the opposite of the JD Vance picketing out front of the mountain being like, you ski in jeans. And I didn't hear it like, oh, is it because it's skiing? And they're like, we already did a ski story 2 weeks ago.
I think because Taylor's really good at not being found until she wants to be.
Oh, kind of like what she's doing right now. She
Yeah.
doesn't want to be found.
Nope.
Doesn't want to be found. Doesn't want to be on social media.
Nope.
Interesting.
Which is fine. We'll see her on Sunday.
At the iHeart.
Radio Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you think that Taylor Swift skis in jeans?
no, not at all.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Travis might.
Yeah. Jorts.
100%.
Classy, man. All right. He's showing off a little bit more than a little knee.
You know, that's why you like him so much, because he likes short shorts.
Yeah, he's a fourth and long time.
Do you think he's a cargo guy?
Totally cargo shorts. Totally. And each pocket's being used. Wallet, phone, keys.
Action figure.
In case I've been found somewhere.
Please return to. Have you seen the trend? It's I see it on TikTok, but it's probably everywhere, where it's like, this is my emergency contact, and it's like somebody falling over, like doing.
Like,
so,
this is the person that, in case. Cool.
So, like, at one point, they did one where they're like, this is Taylor's emergency contact. And it's like Travis, like being Travis. Everyone's like, yeah.
I mean, look, there's a lot of similarities between like him and Gronkowski. It ends at a beard, but he's kind of like that. He's the trash panda that you can bring home to mom and dad and be like, okay, he's all right. He's okay.
He's so cute.
He's got good values.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Good family.
Good family. Good roots.
Yeah.
Good roots.
Yeah, we'll keep them. And then cardigans have shipped.
Do you know this because of somebody who's inside of a warehouse?
Yep. The warehouse, there's anywhere from 10 to 13,000. 13,000 cardigans.
Easy. Hold on a second. Because now anytime there's like the 1 and 3 in any number, you're going to be like, oh, 13? How will those add up to?
But here's the thing. They came in from Germany this time, not China, where they usually come from. So we're a little split on what's going on here. Could it be that they are coming from just leftover Europe stock? Like, here, guys, the Europeans don't know good things. It's fine.
Whoa, the Europeans.
Good things.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry to our European. I am just kidding.
But tariffs are going to go up on these cardigans before you know it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're trying to work around tariffs by like not getting them from China. Like, I don't know. But yeah, we've got some cardigans on the move. And when there's cardigans moving,
there's fire. Something's
coming. Is that exciting? I have to vent and get this because we have another question, which is pretty funny.
Do your thing. It seems, I mean,
I got to pull this one up.
It's very exciting for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to rain on your parade. I'm not going to yuck your yum. You as in the you and the grander Taylor Swift universe use. All use clues out there. Go for it. Have fun. Do your thing. I get it. Your brain no longer processes dopamine and you need something to get you up. I get it.
Shoe shopping and Taylor Swift conspiracy theories, and we've been light on one and heavy on the other.
Hey, combine the both. Get some Chuck Taylors, everybody. Proud sponsor of Not Our Podcast.
Not our podcast, but we're here. So we got fan mail on our Buzzsprout.
Ooh.
And usually I give you, like, people ask us a question, they write in. So this one's from Carthage, Missouri.
Ooh.
What's really going on? I'm not sure what to feel. I'm afraid I don't already know.
Okay. I've been reading my diary. Okay.
Neither do we.
That's the question.
Same. That's the question. I got it.
I think we might have to call the local police in Carthage because someone's in the trunk of a Daewoo Laurus right now.
I think they're just confused by all the Taylor stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're afraid of what she's going to do, too. Blondie's had a lot of time to scheme.
Ease.
Yeah, I read it. I got it the other day. And I was like, wait a minute, what am I looking at? And I was like, oh, this has to be the one I use. There's more. Thank you all for sending them. I appreciate the random ones I get throughout the week. So we will keep talking about them, but I do like to cherry pick. And this one I had to.
Do you have an answer? Do you have an answer for?
We're all mad here. Who could say? Who could say?
Oh, God.
Who could say?
Who could say?
Who could say?
Who could say? Clearly not Taylor. She's taking a hiatus.
She's in Park City. You know what happens in Park City?
Mormons.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives coming this spring.
Yes.
Tuesdays at 7 at 8.
Yes. Season 2 is coming this spring, though. All right, so that's all I got in the Taylor sphere. We'll have so much to talk about next week.
After the iHearts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have something to watch.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, you guys love when I make you watch Taylor stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to lie with my face on video camera. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I said you were an actor.
I can only play one on TV.
Oh, okay, fair. All right, so sad song day.
Sad song day. It's time for the sad song day.
I don't like sad songs.
You've been wanting to put this song off since before the podcast started.
Yeah, I've definitely vetoed. It's a really sad song. We're doing Soon You'll Get Better off the Lover album today, which is our last Lover song.
Boom, boom. Crossing another one off the list. Dun, 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 dun. Just step on Kennedy's toe.
Last one.
Last one.
I know, I'm sad.
It's okay.
That's 2 albums. And this one, I don't think we're going to get a Taylor's version.
Don't be sad that it's over.
Be glad that we could get an acoustic version. Well, not of this song, though. This is a one and done.
So she won't ever play this song live.
No, but we'll get into it. So we're going to hit pause. You hit pause, and we'll be right back after we listen to
The song that we're about to hear. Soon You'll Get Better.
Off Lover. Okay. We'll be right back. Well, Sam.
Probably top tier, top 7 best written songs that she's done. I say best 7 just to cut out the majority of the fluff, garbage, not quite hitting the marks. Didn't have to outstretch, didn't have to go super Taylor Swift poetic. Made it very real.
Yeah.
You can know it's a somber song because there's no drums.
There's no drums. She doesn't like the drums. Just plucky guitar.
Guitar, dobro, violin, upright bass. Chicks.
Yeah, the chicks.
It's also, I think, the most, when she has her songs and she's showing her realism, like, I get who I am, like, it's not tongue-in-cheek. It's definitely not, but that's okay, it's fine. I know delusion when I see it in the mirror. And the idea of her being like, I'm just trying to pretend that this isn't happening. I'm just trying to pretend this is not real. I'm just trying to pretend that it's just all of a sudden going to be better. It's going to be gone away. Without it being snarky, without it being petty, without it being grandiose. What a sad song.
It's devastating.
About her mom, and yet you wouldn't know
Both
it.
parents. Both of her parents got diagnosed with cancer. I believe she wrote this after the second time Andrea got diagnosed with cancer. So, you know, and we talk about this a lot, but her parents are fixtures in her world. Like, they are on tour with her. They are at the shows. Mama Kelsey, Papa Kelsey, Mama Swift and Papa Swift, they're divorced, but still co-parenting Taylor. They're at the football games. They're with her. They're there, and they're a big part of her life. I mean, she's been the family business for a very long time. You know, Andrea was pulling up to the curb of the record labels, and Taylor was running out with her demo. Scott was the business behind it, who bought into the first record label to give Taylor a little more control. Like, Taylor has been their world, and they've been hers for so, like, I can only imagine what it has to be like to be holding your mother's hand, getting another diagnosis. And it's an interesting take on it, like, where it's very sad, but she's saying soon you'll get better. She's got a little bit of hope. She's holding on to what she can. It's just, this is why I keep skipping this song, Sam.
Well, it's because it's also like, okay, obviously she's writing it for her dad. She's writing it for her mom. It's very much her experience. And there's no notes. There's no denominators that say this is about her. This is about him. It's why it works, because it's universally, you're on one side or the other if you're not the doctor or the nurse. You're either in the waiting room or you're sitting at the chair looking at the bed, or you're in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And that idea of being like, for most people, you can have, sadly, there's a fair percent of people that's like, well, this is hopeless, this is done, there's no help for me. But you have the fighters, you have the people that's like, no, I got it. Optimistic, I like these people.
Yeah.
They're taking good care of me. Don't worry, we'll be fine. And so what do you do if you're the person sitting in the waiting room, sitting at the chair? Like, you're trying to distract yourself because you're not literally going through the toll of these chemicals going through your body or these surgeries or the fact that there's something inside of you that's killing you. But you feel taxed by it, and like you're trying to, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm putting a streak in my hair. I'm doing this. You're doing something to make yourself feel not what you're feeling.
Right.
Which is kind of that delusion. It's not the delusion of like, you'll get better. You're hoping for that person. The delusion is really I can escape this and feel something more because I don't want to hyperfixate on this anymore. The delusion of it being like, this isn't really happening.
Yeah.
So it's that, like, dude, it's heartbreaking, man.
It's really devastating. Like when she says, holy orange bottles, each night I pray to you. Desperate people find faith. So now I pray to Jesus too.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment where you're just like, you need something to hold on to. Like you need something bigger than yourself. You need like to beg, to pray that this is going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're seeing this songwriting from her in a way that we never see it. Like we always get like the gut-wrenching breakup or the petty breakup or the life is amazing, I'm thriving, or, you know, we go like, I'm in love and I want to tell everybody. And so to get a song like this, it's very impactful, I think.
I'm going to give you a hot take.
Okay. I love a hot take.
Lover is album 7. Because then it goes to the cottage for 2 years,
Yeah.
and then Midnight's is 10. This is the first country song she did. I'm going to say this because here's the deal. She's singing with the Chicks.
This is not the first country song she's done.
This is the first country song she did because although she has albums of I'm a country artist with her twang,
Yeah.
with her, she's singing like she sings now, which she's sung for a long time.
Yeah.
No twang, no of that inflection. It's earnest. It is stripped down with the backups. The backups are there to
Enhance.
accent and enhance those parts. There's no flash to this.
No.
And it's so real because it's not just the story of like, you know, slamming screen doors or when you think Tim McGraw, or it's all just very real. And I say this is country because this is almost like, this is really that, like that prairie rebel country of like, this is what real people go through. It's not just the romanticized, you know, dog died, car won't start, woman left me.
Well, yeah, it's
not that flash in the pan pop.
Yeah.
It's earnest.
I think it's songwriter in the round almost. Like I saw something probably on TikTok and they were talking about, you know, Brooks and Dunn's biggest hit, their songwriter really started songwriters in the round and the showcases, and that's how Taylor got her start. And I think this is just one of those songs where you're sitting on your stool on a stage with a guitar and a light and you feel it. Like she doesn't need a production value. She doesn't need drums or big swells of voices or really anything other than just the steady of her voice. And I think I can see where you're coming from. I think it's definitely it feels like one of those songs that would play that's very acoustic, that's very simple. I don't necessarily agree with it's her first country song.
Sure. I didn't think
I
you
think
would.
it might be her most adult country song. I would give you it's her most current country song. I think it is a fascinating take on it. I have to like process that a little bit because I see where you're coming from.
So
I don't want to shoot it down because I think you have a good point.
I'm not going to try to push you to say agree with me, but I am going to say think about how you just described it. I think it's her first adult country song. You can give an adjective to this country song, and I'm saying that everything before was an adjective country song. This is a country song.
I think this is the strongest song on this album.
Sure.
Is my hot take.
Sure, I believe that.
I don't much care for this album.
Look at
But I
what's-
think I have to really kind of go. I came in and I was like, it didn't feel. This album didn't do it for me when it came out, so I haven't gone back to it. I think, knowing what I know now, the context I have for it now, I do need to like take a little deep dive. I'm back in my Midnights era, which I think she also writes some brutal songs. So it's interesting to have just kind of gone through those songs and then dive into this.
There's an interesting thing that it never always, it didn't really make sense to me until it did. On a set, if you're filming a film on a TV show or something like that, you have your mic operators, your boom mic guys and things like that. And what they will do is record the room. They'll record the quietness of the room. And I think if you look at this Lover album with like Me, Lover, all these big
Cruel Summer,
very produced,
Cornelia
very
Street.
big, and then you have this song. Song's definitely an outlier.
Yeah.
Has none of the same tonal message, anything, aesthetics of the other songs on Lover. And this is one of those songs that they really let the silence of the room exist as well. The sound of you dying right now, we have to let exist as well. This is organ failure. This is life leaving your body. If you
I'm
see the
fine.
light, I hope there's a cardigan in heaven for you.
I hope there is Reputation Taylor's version and Taylor Swift Taylor's version for me, but
But does that make sense that like you can hear the room that they recorded this in?
Oh yeah, the stillness, I think Taylor thrives in her songwriting when it gets to breathe. I think you always complain she like jams every syllable of every word into a line. And it's really like beautiful to see her just let it breathe.
I know for me, when I think I'm articulating a point, if all I'm doing is saying more and more and more words because that's what's in my brain, people are starting to really glaze over. But when you let it succinct, it's poignant, even if it doesn't necessarily be like, I don't think this is everything that I have to say, you've said enough.
Yeah.
I think that this is a song that you have somebody on a stool with a couple people with them or not. They're in the light. They're doing the Riders in the Round type of song playing.
Yeah.
Ooh, soon you'll get better. 2 lines and then a slight change. You'll get better soon.
Because you have to.
And it's that if you're somebody hearing this song, if you don't know the words, you're hearing it and you're feeling it. If you do know the words, you don't want to sing along, but you're gonna sing along. You're gonna know exactly what those words are, and you're gonna feel them every time. It's one of those things like you have to choke up because it's not necessarily something you want to accept.
Yeah.
That there's the chance that you won't, but you want to get out because you need to put that positivity in the air.
Yeah, I think this song is really, it's well produced, it's well done. The addition of the chicks is subtle, where they could have really kind of overshown her
Sure.
on this one. I think it's interesting that she chose them for this song, and it makes me wonder what the symbolism is there behind it. It's definitely one that like the Swifties are very protective with because you know how we feel about Mama Swift.
If you look at the majority of female country artists that Taylor grew up with, you have the Chicks,
Yeah.
formerly of Dixie.
Yeah.
You have Shania Twain.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great.
Faith Hill,
Jody
Madison.
Yep. You please keep going. Like there's a lot of
I grew up with them too. I'm down.
very succinct styles, but a lot of them bleed together. The Chicks had those pop country songs. Oh, here's a song about a woman who married her high school sweetheart, and that guy ended up being a deadbeat. Now she's carrying him, and she's still trying to do it.
Goodbye, Earl. Well, and we see this is not the first time the Chicks kind of pop up in the Taylor lore because I don't think we've done it. No Body, No Crime.
We've talked about No Body, No
I
Crime.
don't know if we've done it. I don't think we've done it, but that's her version of Goodbye, Earl. She with the Haim sisters. So to see her with, like, to see her kind of like emulate the Chicks on an album or on a song, and then now have them, or she worked with them on this, then she emulated.
I think
in Evermore.
I think that with a very honest country song, you have to go with the most honest country singers,
Yeah,
country artists.
they were such a huge part of that time period where Taylor and I grew up. Um, and then, they got canceled, like Taylor got canceled.
Not ready to make nice.
And they came back with their own version of Reputation, not ready to make nice.
Mm-hmm.
And, it didn't quite, I think they were disenchanted. They didn't really continue. They kept going, but not to that
Do
level.
we do it for ourselves? Do we do it for them? Do we do it for both?
But who knows? Maybe that was record label, country music. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But Taylor did come back and she was like, hey, like I'm guessing. She looked at them and was like, okay, if you can do it, I can do it. And thank God she did, because we wouldn't have had the Eras tour.
So let's not beat around the invisible pink elephant anymore. The bush in the room. GW. Dixie Chicks. Let's go into why she won't do this song live.
It's just too sad.
She wouldn't be able to hold up doing it. Yeah.
She doesn't want to. And she's always said, she's like, I'm not performing this live. You're going to hear it here. This is it. This is your one. Take it. It's going to be part of the discography, but it will not be a live song.
There are several artists that you could say that this artist is known for getting emotional when they do a song, and it's the show. And there are artists that they get emotional doing the song because it's the real.
Yeah.
It's the tell.
I mean, I was in Tampa night one right after all the news about her breaking up with Joe, and she got up there with her pink sparkly jumpsuit and her pink guitar. She had to sing Lover for the first time, now that everybody knows. And she was emotional, and you could see her, like, holding herself together. I think Taylor feels so much with each song that, like, this was just going to be a bridge too far.
Have you ever heard the musician Charles Bradley? He was like recording artist like 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, or like late 80s through the 2000s, and never quite got his sails full of the wind taking him up. Funk, soul, kind of gospel. He blows up around the time of Lover coming out. He's covering Black Sabbath, Changes, which is on its own Ozzy Osbourne giving an emotional song. But he does it with his style and flair and for his reason, which is someone's like, we should do some covers. I don't really want to do covers. I want to do covers. I think you would kill this song. And he's hearing it, and it's about the loss of a loved one, but like the relationship ending. He's going through the struggle of my mother went to the hospital and has now died, and that struggle and pain, and he gave that song that emotion instead. And through literally like the sweat and tears of him every time he sings it, you feel it more and more and more. If you just hear it, you can feel it. But if you see him, you are crushed and devastated. And it's not just I'm going to do this to get attention. It's this is what happens to me every time that I do this.
Yeah.
And sadly, he becomes popular because of that song, and then he passes away. Like, that's that reality. I'm not saying Taylor's going to die the second that she does this song, but I am saying I can greatly understand that would be the most vulnerable thing that she would do, knowing that she's done a lot of things that have made her feel uncomfortable and try to be herself and not let anyone tell her what to do. Her doing this song, if she's like, I couldn't, would kill her.
Yeah. I just don't think, like, I don't know how you would sit at a piano in front of 70,000 people and open this wound again. Take yourself back to that mentally, sitting in that waiting room, looking at the orange pill bottles, praying that your mother, your father is okay. Like, I get it.
It would have to be the last song that she did. And nobody there would be no standing ovation. It would be a lot of people wailing, crying on their way back to the cars. The merch people would be like, we got to pack up. We can't sell anything now. No. It would be game over.
And they would have to just like sink her into the stage, because I don't think she'd be able to get off her piano.
I don't think she would leave. I think everyone would have to get up on their own and leave if she's just on stage in almost that like Shia LaBeouf, I'm not famous anymore type of thing. But this is the reality.
I can't.
You-
I'm physically
But
reacting
how
to that. Like, I can't.
Insane.
Oh,
If
I wish that on no performer.
if the particle accelerator went a different way, could you imagine
No.
the Eras tour ending with that?
No.
Everyone, I've gassed you up. I've built you up. We're doing this. And now watch me crumble.
No. No, thank you. No, thank you. I can't. No, I have. I can't. Oh, no. No, I like the way it ended. Just fine. Thank you. Speaking of how it ended.
Each and every week, we roll the Jillian Petruzziello polyhedral of Funkadelic. We love that you gave us this die to pick an album, to pick a song. We now have 2 albums that are off the list, Reputation and Lover.
I know. I'm sorry, I have not returned your call, Jill. I promise. Next week. we'll get that dinner next week, Jill.
We'll cry about it next week, Jill. All right, we're going to roll for an album. We're going to roll for a song. If it's Lover, we'll leave her. If it's Reputation, we'll not give a damn.
Pat Benatar.
Sorry.
Or we'll just throw it wherever we want to.
I'll live my life the way I want to live my life. Thank you. Album number 5.
Ooh, you know what that is?
Red 89.
Yeah.
Red 89.
89.
19 Red 89. Left you on red in 1989 when text messages came in a can. All right. You pulling up songs for?
Yes. Although I don't quite know what to say to that.
Back in my day, text messages came in a can.
Well, your dice. There's more than 20.
All right. Well, I don't know if we want to roll high or not, but I got 20.
Ooh. We haven't done that one yet.
Okay.
It's Suburban Legends from the Vault.
It happened to a friend of mine on a night just like tonight. Little Stewie and Shelby went out in
It's
their
not
car.
Goosebumps.
Then why are we even doing this?
No.
Is it Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Nope. It's
I know you did last time.
1989. Taylor's version.
She's going to do a film that's literally about the year 1989.
Dare to Dream.
Dare to Dream. Berlin Wall came down. Nintendo coming across the country.
Taylor Swift born.
Eggs really cheap. Gas was expensive, now cheaper.
You went some, you lose some.
Hey, man.
Hi. Well, Sam, next week we could have news. We could probably not, though. She could just win her awards, say, thanks, guys. I miss you. I love you. I'll see you when I see you. But this is something that's fan voted on at the iHeart Music Awards. Mm-hmm. And boy, have we been voting.
It's like the people's choice.
Yeah, just keep voting. Mm-hmm. You can't vote anymore. The votes are closed. But I did some damage. I voted. You voted.
I did?
From the Swift account.
Oh, thanks for filling out my absentee ballot. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. You voted for Taylor a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get that letter in the mail.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for listening, watching, experiencing.
Experimenting. If you've been experimenting at home, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. Listen in the car. Listen on the radio that's in your heart.
If you have any questions, send them along. Email.
Snail mail.
Snail mail. No snail.
Mail that comes in a can.
You are all about things in a can this week, huh? Instagram, TikTok, wherever. My accounts, Taylor's, wherever you want to send it, we'll get it. And we'll answer it. So thanks again for listening. I'm Kait, the Swiftie.
What is this? I don't understand this. This is madness. I can't even right now. Not so Swift Sam.
If it didn't say it was from Missouri, I would have thought you sent it to me. Thanks again for listening, you guys. We'll be back next week in our 1989 eras.